I'm MJ, I'm Vali Holl's mechanic. We're standing here in the YT mob pit and bike of Vali Holl. So nothing major changed. She's now on her signature saddle and grips, which unfortunately not staying quite that long. But now we swapped crank pedal pedals to time pedals. But yeah, all in all, same frame like last year. We did some fiddling around with tunes during the off season, but we probably stick to the same settings like last year, but we will see what's happening during practice. But I'm already looking forward to that race. That was the only one last year without a podium, so hopefully get one this year. Well, you already know the flight attendant system from the enduro bike, so you can imagine the same on the DH bike. It just gives you some extra support on some bits. We've seen it on Vali's bike, like definitely helped in Fort William, Liugang, motorway stuff, and I don't actually know if she used it last year in Poland here, but yeah, it's just useful to get some extra support. So we added like 500 grams to the bike on the down tube because the bikes get a little bit more planted, because we know that TUES is a pretty playful bike. This just helps you to get some extra grip and get it more planted. Vali is lacking it, so.
I am Barnaby Edwards, I work for Pivot Factory Racing, and we are in Poland. I can't pronounce the place, so sorry.
Bielsko-Biala.
There you go, Bielsko-Biala.
So tell us the latest with injuries and...
Yeah, so we've had a bit of a rough previous weekend actually. Mondraker and Ryan Griffiths both had an injury about 20 seconds apart on exactly the same bit of track. Bruni careered into the bushes, broke, I think, ulna and something in his hand. And Ryan headfirst into a rock and really cut up his face, and he's in a bit of a bad way, so send him some love. But yeah, it's been pretty gutted about that. Bruni has been working super hard, sacrificed a lot for this season, and it's the silly game we play, I guess.
So as far as the bike is concerned, it's obviously full production ready. I know you had one in Mondraker.
Mondraker was the first race we had it at last year, and yeah, they've been getting on with it really good. A long off season of like setup and training on it, and it's been going great. We've done hardline this year on it already. Yeah, everything's going good. Feeling good on it.
You're 2 riders then. Are you going to have anyone replace?
Yeah, we are trying to find someone to replace, to fill in rider. Definitely for the first block of the kind of season, so the first 6 races. I mean, we've got the means to make it happen, so we should try and make it happen. And fingers crossed, even this weekend might have something. So stay tuned.
So Brad, what we got here?
So we've been running a 550 gram countercycle mass damper. That's kind of our go-to for the downhill setup. Lots more front end grip and a little less feedback in the hands, less arm fatigue. You just feel more planted in the front end, more stable, and then they notice less fatigue at the bottom of longer tracks.
So when did you guys start testing with the tune mass damper?
I would say halfway through last year when they sort of became popular, and kind of surprised with the feedback from it. It was quite good. Just traction mainly. Traction, arm fatigue.
So we're here at World Cup Round 1 in Poland, and Luke has been pretty hard on the bike in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, just framing it, stripping it all down, inspecting everything, cleaning it and putting it back together ready for practice in a couple of days.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a full strip down here, right?
Yeah.
So what does that entail?
Basically every single moving part off the bike, every link, inspecting every bearing, basically everything that is bolted to the main frame of the bike is removed and inspected, cleaned, replaced if it needs it, and then eventually put back together. So we're pretty lucky with the lifespan of the bearings on this bike. They do tend to last a little while. So yeah, and they do kind of get to a sweet spot after a little bit of use. So yeah, just using best judgment to inspect that, and yeah, obviously we'll replace it if it's cooked. But yeah, today we're all good. So makes the day a little easier.
And are you going to do any setup today, or is it just get the bike back together rolling and then worry about setup?
Yeah, once we've inspected the track and yeah, a little bit more of a detailed look at the weather as well. That kind of looks a little bit uncertain at the minute, and that'll play a big factor in terms of setup in many different aspects. So yeah, play the waiting game now.
We are on first pit setup of the year, so yeah, trying to remember what happened. Everything went away after Ludenville, and then first time putting it all back together with a few new faces on the staff and riders as well, so it's good.
So first race of the year?
Yeah. yeah, set up in Poland again. It's a really cool spot, eh? Like we didn't know what to expect last year, and then we got here, and it was one of the best ones of the season, I think. So yeah, long drive, settled in, saying hello to all the familiar faces, and yeah, it's like first day back at school. It's just all the same people kicking around. A few of them have got shiny new trucks, and trying to get the lay of the land.
So, Ronan, Dunne,
Well,
we're back at the scene of the crime. Tell us what it's like to be back here.
yeah, good to be back in Poland. Yeah, sick spot. Really like this venue, and yeah, like the track. Yeah, it's where I took my first World Cup win, and yeah, it's a good spot. Weather's looking a bit rough for this weekend, but sure, can't complain. Track's a bit more mature this time around, so I think boys are going to be kind of flying this time around. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Is there expectation on you now, or are you still kind of mellow and taking every day as it comes?
No, like, I mean, coming into a race, you're obviously going to want to come in first. Yeah, it's the first race this season, so it'll be nice to start off good. Yeah, and last season went well with fourth in the overall, so yeah, I'll be definitely try to get that top spot, but yeah, we just have to try to get some good points for the overall. That's really the plan, I think. So we kind of have like fresh enough build on the bike, like fresh suspension, tires, brakes. So we're kind of using day before track work as like a little shakedown, I suppose. Just bed in everything, like bed in the suspension, brakes, just so you don't do it first 2 runs on practice day. The bike feels a bit weird. Yeah, really just picking an easy enduro track, but it's good to bed this stuff in, I suppose, before we get racing. Really.
We're in Poland, and we're at World Cup #1, downhill #1, and we're just doing a bit of fluffing work on Jess Blewett's bike. So John just saw me take the pedals off and went, "What did you just do there?" So I'm just going to show you guys. So what I like to do is I get the Allen key in there, yeah, and then I bring it up so it touches the down tube, and then give it a quick pull, and it comes out like that. Real simple way to get your pedal out and loosen it off. And then pedal in from behind, wind it up, grab the back wheel, there you go, never coming off. Well, we got Matt Walker's bike behind us here. Yeah, it's a new bike for us, a ton of adjustability. Kind of got some characteristics that the riders wanted that they didn't have on the previous generation. So yeah, this bike is kind of a whole reworked prototype, tons of adjustability, and everybody's in a good place for round 1. Chris's bike here, you can see it in the stand. That's a stock session right now, and so that one you can go into a Trek store, buy it off the shelf. This one here is pretty much all custom. So again, tons of adjustability, rear end, shock positions, the whole deal. So yeah, we've come a long way, I think, in even the last 16 months, ton of prototyping going on and testing, and having our engineers come to the races the last little bit, end of last year, and then the off season. So we put our work in, and yeah, I think we're in a good place. I mean, it's kind of, I would say, rider specific. Some of our crew will probably change more than others. Lockie, I think he's kind of one to set it and let it go, and he's good for the weekend, or even maybe good for a few races. Ollie maybe tinkers a little bit more, but for the most part, it's really just like rider specific. And then depending if it's a mud race, we can make changes to it to make it ride a little bit better, different characteristics or whatnot. So yeah, again, I think everybody's really stoked with where we're at, and yeah, round 1. We're here.
First race of 2025 seems to be a bit of a hectic one again. It's been quite nice yesterday, 20 degrees, sunnish, like it was good. And then this morning, pacing down, waking up because of the rain, like I was like, okay, this is it. So it's really cold. It's gonna be quite wet, I reckon. So yeah, not the coolest setup, let's say, for a good race, but hopefully we can have a solid track, with good support, and we can do a fast runs and get like a nice race runs, for people watching and for us, because you want to start with the good stuff, and you don't want to start with a mudder full of crashes and everything. So we'll see, but pretty exciting to see the track tomorrow. It's a bit the same as last year, but more. Some sections are brand new, super soft, but most of the track is just like better, like it's already bedded in, kind of. so it's gonna be a bit faster, I reckon. If it dries up slightly, it'll be good.
Then Iles,
How's it going?
tell me about your new rig.
Not too much to say. It's different than last year. We've got some exciting new things going on with the brakes and with the suspension design. So a lot for us to actually try and figure out this off season. It was pretty cool for me and Kev to be able to work from starting in like November all the way until now to like try and find the fastest bike that we could. There was a bit of like a hiccup along the way with I had 2 injuries this off season, but where we got to a place that we were really happy with, and yeah, I'm stoked on how it's riding and how it looks. I mean, just from my Instagram videos and everything, I think people have seen that the bike is working super well.
So you got this bike in November. Have you had much time riding it, and how do you think it's going to be different from last year's bike?
I got not as much time as I would have wanted. We tested in California, and then I got injured on the first day. I cut my arm open, so I couldn't ride. And then after that, because it's quite a secret project, like I wasn't allowed to take the bike home. I wasn't allowed to take it to New Zealand, and like I think there's just a lot of restrictions on when and where I was allowed to use it, just because trying to keep everything under wraps. And we got on beginning of April, and we've done like a month straight. We've probably done like 25-ish days on the bike, and we've made a lot of progress. I'm really happy with where the bike is, and I think that what Specialized has done and the changes from last year has only been a huge improvement, so I'm stoked.
Finally, it's come around, first round in Poland. Yeah, really excited to get stuck in. So yeah, been a super busy winter actually. We've got the new bike, we've got the belt-driven bike, Gearbox bike, which has been a big project for me this winter, and all the team, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of long hours, a lot of time riding. I don't think I've ever ridden a bike so much in my life, but yeah, we've got it to a really good place, and yeah, I'm stoked with it. We're pretty fortunate we had a great platform before with the old bike. We've basically taken a lot of stuff from that, so still using the same DW6 linkage, but now we've got like a mid-pivot idler, which makes it feel like a magic carpet, to be honest. Like you feel nothing through your feet, which is always a nice feeling. And now we've got obviously so much weight down low, like even down to the shock, we've tried to mount it as low as possible, so the center of gravity is low as possible, which is what you want on a downhill bike. And yeah, it just fills you with confidence because the bike's so stable, and it just wants you to go faster, which is always good. And then obviously you've got no weight on the rear end, no mech to hit off, no cassette, no derailleur, so yeah, it's really clean, and yeah, you don't have to lube your chain either, which is nice. Yeah, obviously silent bike, which is massive part of the belt. You just got no noise, you got no mech rattling around, and for a downhill racer, well, for me anyway, I love having a quiet bike because it makes you almost feel like you're riding better, like you're not taking bad lines, you're not smashing into things. So yeah, it's always a really nice feeling. And then like I said before, just having that weight really low just makes the bike so planted, and it just doesn't want to leave the ground. And yeah, it just feels like you can just go faster. Like you can just truck over stuff and it never kicks you out of shape. It's just always where you want it. I guess it's like sort of when you ride an e-bike, but you've got obviously no weight of the battery in the down tube. So yeah, I'm loving it, and keen to get after it this weekend.